This is the semi-finals, also Polt, again against Rain. Heavily Protoss' favorite map because it's just so big, but he manages to win this with some great engagements. For the engagement we're going to look at is 23 minutes into the game, so I think we're just going to speed it up a bit. We also see something interesting. Most characters will just open up CC first on this map because it's like huge. But Polt always goes for his Reaper, always goes for his scouting. He doesn't want to be in the dark. Are there any questions on the Twitch chat?
Thomas, if there's anything you want me to highlight in the camera, let me know, because at the moment it's speeding up quite quickly, isn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing too special about this game. Rain plays it standard, Polt plays it standard, so I think we just better go to the engagement because he positions his army pretty good. Maybe one quick note that Polt always splits up his army into 2 equally parts and drops and in the place A and move with his ground army to place B to snipe some expansions.
A lot of storm drops as well, you can see here. So
Yeah, it killed 10 SCVs. That's, I would say, almost worth it. Not quite. So we also see here that Rain opens up Templar again, normally he opens up Robot. And we see just Polt keeps on poking, keeps on the pressure, keeps on dropping, like we see.
well, we can slow down the video a little bit so I can highlight on the camera.
Yeah, sure.
So we have a drop coming on the top, and then also we're seeing
Yes.
a little army gripping up on the bottom as well in
Yeah.
the Protoss third. So quite a common multitasking build. Obviously, try to poke in and engage at the same time, just to split up the army and having a multi-direction attack and just make the Protoss player hard to deal with, basically.
Yeah, he always splits it up. Once he drops, he moves his ground army, so whenever Rain is trying to defend his main, he already is attacking his turret, so sometimes Rain just has to choose whether I'm going to save my main or do I save my third.
It's quite important here. There's what you're going to be deciding on, whether you try to save techs, obviously, for Protoss because all your tech is mainly in the main, or whether you save for your economy, which is on your third main, isn't it? So that's the two choices, whether you pick to save one or the other.
I would say go for your tech, because I think you're better off with your tech than with a big bang, because you don't have anything to spend it on, because you don't have the tech to get your units. But Rain actually loses both.
So after the bit of poking, he does serious damage on the third and also in the main as well. So again, he's just regrouping again, try to get another army out, and then try to poke in at the same time, do some drop play again, as same as dealing with the front push. Just being annoying, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, just doing the terrible shit, just going everywhere.
So again, taking the third out again, try to drop. Obviously they're fake, they're empty anyway, but it's still caught the attention of the Protoss player to be worried about, isn't it? It's just, you know, you can't see everywhere at the same time, and that's what Polt was good at, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. And one note that when he pushed out to kill the 30 positions his Viking above this hole, is it? So that his Vikings are really protected and he can't move with his Colossus, so he can come in to save his third, so it will definitely go down again.
So again, we're seeing another men effect drops coming as well around the side, and then his main army try to push in and hit the front again.
Yes, and he will get range so far that he has to all in, because he lost almost every nexus on the map.
Yeah, he's losing his natural now, so it's a big loss, obviously, getting that lost. And then there we go, another push coming from the front.
Yeah, it was really risky actually for Polt to drop in there, because there were five cannons and a Templar. So he really took a big risk there. Well, it paid off. So now Rain is just going to chase Polt back to his third, and
this is quite bad for Polt actually.
Yeah, he loses a lot of units on the chase.
But again, he's got good production, isn't he? He's got Ghost coming out and Viking coming out, and that's a really good, you know, restoring his army at the back and ready for a defensive counter push, I should say.
Yeah, what he really does right here is that he focuses more on the Vikings and the Ghosts rather than the Marines and Marauders, because the Vikings and Ghosts have just a lot more worth than the standard bio in this situation. And here's going to be the engagement. If you press Ctrl Z, you can zoom out. So we see one storm goes off on his Ghost, but he immediately EMPs Templar. He repositions his Vikings after they got hit badly by storms or stalkers. And he just really hits his EMPs and yeah, from rain.
So basically we position the Viking, obviously try to go round from the back and try to target fire on the Colossus is key in this obviously late game engagement. And then obviously the Ghosts as well, they play a big key part in this fight as well, isn't it? The EMP.
Yeah, really. Ghosts are the most important thing in a late game engagement a Terran can have. If you can enable or disable his shields, you already have half of the health of the unit gone. So it's really, you can really kill stuff fast if you have the shields gone. So
in a strategy wise, basically keep dropping, and then to the point you just pull the Protoss into the part. So he's lost his main, he's not his natural, he lost his third of 2 or 3 times, and then to a point you're forcing the Protoss player to say, alright, I'm going to come in and all in you, and to that point you're so ready and so defensive ready for that last engagement, and then just win the big fight and overcome the opponent basically. That's very, very, very smart strategy.
Yeah, that would be really good if you can not outplay your opponents like this. But you should not be dropping as much if it doesn't pay off. If you don't get results, like you're really getting denied, it's getting pulled off each time, you shouldn't be dropping again or less frequently, because you're just going to lose more than you gain from it. But in this situation, he really gains a lot of it, and yeah, really making the Rain mad.
Okay, so that was a very, very interesting replay from Polt actually, and a very solid built from it. So moving on, mine's going to try to show us how the built order is going to pan out, and how we're going to do this in practical. And then obviously for you guys can try it out, and then you can do it on leather. Just practice it and to follow the built and prayer. We will be uploading all this replay into Dropbox as well, so people that have signed into Dropbox recently, you can download it straight off, you can watch it, you can replay it, they're there for you, mate. So, any questions? Any questions, guys? So Sam's is saying is from this game, dropping Protoss is important to keep them back, but making sure to macro seems to be the most important factor. So macroing obviously is important, isn't it? While you're doing a lot of counter move and anti-drop play and things like that, it is very important indeed.
Yes, really. If you're going to do like harassment, you definitely should macro behind. Very good, because if you're gonna kill off units, like you're going to kill 20 supply of units, but in the time you've done that harass, you could have built 20 supply of units, but you haven't done it, so it's actually even. You killed equal amount of units than you could have made yourself, so you should definitely macro.